So speaking on Belal, yeah, our top 10 this week is our top 10 underrated fighters in the UFC. So,
Yeah.
like I think we all know Belal don't get the respect he deserves.
Yeah.
So, starting in 10 for me, and he's a bit of an up and comer. So I don't know if you call him underrated, but I've got Orban Elliott.
Yeah, he's an up and comer. I would say
He's up and comer. So people don't know him yet.
Exactly.
But like I think he's a lot better than people realise. Like I think he's a really solid fighter. I think he's had 3 fights in the UFC now.
Yeah.
He's just coming on to scene, but as well, like he's entertaining, man. Like I love.
He's so entertaining. Yeah.
And he goes into like pro wrestling background. I know that's not your thing.
Yeah.
But. And
Is that why his nickname's the Welsh Gangster?
Yeah, and he's going into sort of how Chael Sonnen was, and he likes that sort of style of being an entertainer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I rate Orban.
Oh, that's why he does that. Eh?
But he does the Hulk Hogan thing. That's Hulk Hogan.
I'm not into it, so I'm like asking questions. So I don't. Yeah. Fair enough.
Orban's cool, man, and like I think he's gonna go a lot higher than. I think he's gonna get in the rankings definitely.
Yeah.
So I've got a 10. I've got Orban.
In a shark-infested welterweight division as well. So
Yeah.
I think number 10, I've got. He's kind of your boy as well, Charles Johnson.
I didn't put him on.
Yeah, he's good, man. I feel like the first time I watched him fight, I was like, this guy's good. He's really solid. And then he had a bit of a losing streak, I think. But I always backed him as well. I feel like he always had that. He always had the ability to win.
I didn't think of Charles Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
I really rate him.
Yeah.
I first seen him against Makayev.
Yeah.
And he had a good
really
fight
well,
against
exactly.
Makayev.
I think one of the most underrated fighters.
And he went. Did he go 4-0 last year?
3-0, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's on a streak, innit?
Exactly. So that's one of the guys I always felt like people don't really know about him, and also people think he's shit. So that's two things that people think about him. I always backed him. I know he was good.
He's Olympian as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got the rings on his back.
I think boxing.
Yeah, something like that. Or wrestling? Boxing? No, it wouldn't be wrestling. But
At 9, I've got Joel Alvarez.
yeah, good one.
Yeah,
I thought of him, but I think people think he's good too. But I don't know. I think people know he's getting better. If that makes sense.
I feel like I've got a few in here who are like up and comers.
Yeah.
But he's just got in the rankings now. Yeah, that spinning hook kick against that guy, he's shit. But he's just a killer. Like I like these fighters who like. I was like betting on a fighter who can get finishes.
Yeah.
And he's not a decision fighter. Like the guy looks for the finish all the time.
Yeah.
And he's so well rounded, especially for like a taller fighter as well.
Yeah.
Like he's rangy. His elbows are damaging. His striking's good.
Really excited to watch.
Yeah, he's mega, man.
He's very excited to watch.
I think he's well underrated.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And we could even go to underrated. Underrated doesn't just mean people don't rate him. Like look at like his ranking is underrated. Like I think he's gonna really get in that top 5.
Yeah. I swear, if you got Michael Chandler on that list, I'm gonna jump out of the window.
Nah, go on. You got 9.
Number 9, Yusuf Salal.
Yeah, you fucking bang on about him, man.
He's very underrated. I actually personally don't like him that much. I feel like he talks too much shit. Like, not in a good way, like in a annoying way. Like
Yeah.
But I can't lie, he is good. It has to be said.
I feel like you bring Yusuf Salal up every opportunity you get.
Yeah. Because, I do respect his skill set. He's really good. And that loss against Topuria, obviously Topuria fought on short notice, but we know how good Topuria is.
Yeah.
Right now, I think he's on a 3 or 4 fight win streak. And he was actually cut from the UFC not that long ago. Or he went to a different organization. He came back. Now he's just setting the UFC on fire. And I think soon he's going to be in the top 15, top 10.
Yeah.
Making some waves. But that's one name that people don't really know about or don't think he's that good because he lost against Topuria. But in fact, he's really good and he's got skills, got good wrestling, and he's got sort of that Moroccan fighting spirits. He's good striking as well. So yeah, number 9.
8, I've got Nathaniel Wood.
Okay, good one.
Yeah, he had that split decision loss, that Russian. I thought he won. He beat Charrier the other week.
Yeah.
And like, he does get hurt in a few of his fights, but to me, like, I don't know how he's not ranked yet.
Yeah.
If you take out that Russian split decision loss, he's won like 8 in a row. Like he's so consistent, he's so good. He's rebranding at the minute as the what's the film? The Last Kingsman.
Kingsman?
I think so. He's changing his name.
Okay.
And he's rebranded. But I rate him so high. Like I think he should be in that top 15. He's consistent. His striking's good. He's just such a I think all English fighters, because we don't really have a base for MMA.
Yeah.
They all tend to be quite well rounded, striking based.
Yeah.
But very well rounded. And yeah, I rate Nathaniel Wood so high. I think he's so consistent. He's in every fight he has, and I think a lot of people bet against him. And even in the bookies, a lot of time he's an underdog or near evens. I never really see him as a high favourite.
Yeah.
So 8 for me. Got to be Nathaniel Wood.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. I just made a last minute change. If that's alright.
No, you can't change.
You can't change.
You can't change your list.
Okay, I just got one, a really good one actually, same division. But anyway, I'll stick to my picks. Number 8, we got a boy, Belal Muhammad. Very skilled, but people somehow still think that he's beatable and that he's... In fact, I'm contradicting myself because I picked Jack Della Maddalena to win against him.
But
that's exactly what I mean. So people
it's
still
not like
think...
You can see Belal winning this fight.
I can see Belal winning this fight. I think he's really skilled, but I think it gets overshadowed by the hate that he gets. Just very underrated, solid fighter. Yeah.
7, I've got Bahamondes.
Okay, Bahamondes.
Yeah, he's like even the more exciting Joel Alvarez.
Yeah,
I always get them two sort of mixed up. Bahamondes has a fight with Fiziev coming up. I think it is. And I think that's where he'll sort of show the world how good he is. But him, Joel Alvarez, people like that, they've not had the credit in the rankings for one in their opponents who they've fought. And just off... Well, obviously, casuals don't know him yet.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be someone who's going to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
Top 10, top 5 for a long period. I think, he could win the title.
I don't know about that, but...
No, not like against who's there now, but by the time he gets there, he's going to be a contender.
Against Islam or...
Yeah, he's going to be a contender, though.
Yeah.
Like,
he will be one day, but... I get what you're saying against, like, he's kind of similar to Joel Alvarez in a way. Both lanky, tall strikers. Yeah. But like I said, like you said, up and coming. Maybe that's why people don't really know his skill set yet. Yeah.
Oh, it's hard and underrated. Yeah. Because like I rate him really highly.
Yeah.
But people don't know him to rate him.
Exactly. So.
But I think he's underrated. I think you've underrated him there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fine line, I think.
Yeah. Who do you got at 7?
I've got Movsar Evloev.
Shout.
I'm telling you, he's actually so skilled. I think he would be the toughest test if Topuria stayed at 145. Movsar Evloev would be his toughest test.
He just pisses me off though.
It pisses me off too, but he's incredibly good. Like, his wrestling is on a different level.
Do you think he beats Volk?
I
don't. But maybe I'm underrating him. Do you know what I mean?
He's a good chain wrestler as well, because we saw against Sterling what he did. They were in grappling exchanges the whole time. But he was able to flip him over each time. And even on the feet, he was getting to him. He's got good punching power as well. He's got good boxing. He's got good kicks. He's got them front kicks.
He beat Lopez.
He's so underrated. Yeah. I don't know why people are not backing him.
Like you say, if his name was Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, but he's from those ends as well. He's what? Is he Russian? He's Russian.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people are not backing him.
That's what I'm saying. If his name was one of them.
But he's one of them.
No, I know he is, but I'm saying people don't like say you change his name to that, and everyone's going fucking hell. No one's beating him. Yeah. Like Umar.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's interesting you've got him at 7 because at 6 I have Arnold Allen.
Oh shit!
And I think Allen won that fight.
But do we not think Arnold Allen is good? Like,
I think he's outstanding. I think he's so good.
Do you think people underrate him?
I just don't think anyone rates him. Like when you talk about that division, no one talks about Allen. Everyone talks about Lopez, Evloev, Volk, and Holloway.
Because he's a bit of a quiet guy.
He's not.
He's not brash. He's not loud.
Yeah, Allen's just a fighter.
Yeah.
But he went to a good decision against Holloway. I know he lost that fight, but I think he beats. Like a Lopez. I think he beats a lot of them fighters in the top 5, and he's just outside of there. I think Allen's such an outstanding striker.
You're right. He's the new breed of fighter. Really.
Yeah, he's like the new wave of MMA fighters where they are just MMA fighters. They're not. They don't have something coming into it. Allen's so good, man.
He's so good. And have you seen? I watched his vlogs. When he's training with his dad in the garden, in the back garden, because his dad is a former strongman. So he's got his strength and conditioning on point as well. He's physically very strong.
He's the most English-looking lad you've ever seen, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So I think he's from like down south somewhere, but he's physically strong. He's got striking skills. He's got good grappling. Like you said, he's just in high.
He's got a chin. He's
got a chin. Yeah.
Alan's good, man.
He's got everything. If you think about it, he's got everything.
Alan has a path to that title.
Yeah. He just needs a bit of trash talk, I feel like. Especially in that division. He needs a bit of...
He's got the wins.
Yeah. He's got the wins. He's got the ability.
Exactly.
The way he beat Dan Hooker, that was really impressive.
He knocked him out.
That was so impressive. Like, who does that to Dan Hooker?
No, that pissed me off, you know. I needed Alan by decision.
It's on here. It's on there, yeah.
I needed Alan by decision for, like, dough. And Alan hadn't knocked anyone out for ages.
Yeah.
And then he fucking smoked him.
He pieced him up, man.
Yeah, that was a good fight. That's what I mean. Alan's a dog, man.
Good. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
You've got 6.
This one's funny, actually, because I got Dan Ige 6.
Yeah.
Dan Ige is probably my third favourite fighter after Piotr Jan and Ilya Topuria. I just think he's so underrated. He's got a few of them losses where you think, you could have won that fight.
Look at his fight against Lopez.
Exactly. That was a bummer. I was rooting for Dan Ige.
I will notice.
Yeah, and with him it's like he'll smoke opposition that's like not as skilled as him, but he'll smoke them in spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
But then people are sort of on his level that are beatable. It's always a close decision. Have you noticed? Like,
I don't think he's ranking, like, he's either like 13, 15 or not in the rankings. I think he's underrated in that sense. Like, he's so much better than that.
He's so much better. And I think he's got one of the best setups in the whole division. Like, because it's not just about his striking, because he's more like a power puncher.
Yeah.
He's not much volume. He's not very volume based, but his setups are amazing.
His win the other week has done well.
Yeah. So he's setting traps, and then he'll come over the top with like an overhand or something like that. He sort of like tricks you, and that level of fight IQ.
He's very similar to Alan. He's game, innit?
He's very game, yeah. But I don't know what it is. Maybe I think it might be mentally. I feel like he's mentally maybe not that strong, or it's something mentally.
It's something that holds him back. But yeah, I think Ige's really underrated. I like that shout.
Yeah.
At 5, I've got Cap. Manel Cap. Bro, like, he's not getting the respect he deserves. Obviously, he lost to Makayev. Yeah. And that's Makayev. And they had a lot of beef before it. But I mean, he should be fighting for that title now.
Cap should be,
I think Cap beats most people in that division.
Yeah.
Maybe besides Pantoja, obviously. I think we'll find out soon enough, but people don't talk about Cap. You look at that division, people talk about Moreno, talk about Pantoja, they talk about... Who was Pantoja's last fight? Like, even he jumped Cap, the Japanese lad who came in.
Asakura.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Cap looked so good in his last fight.
Cap is very good.
He was so confident. I watched him when I was in Thailand as well. I can't think who it was. It was 2 fights ago. Like, Cap's just consistent, man. And he trains out of AKA in Phuket.
I totally agree with that one. I did think of him, but I didn't put him on the list because in my mind, I was like, I don't think people think he's underrated. I think people know his level. That's the only reason I didn't put him on there. But I agree, like, I think in general, he might be a little bit underrated. Good pick. I've got a very unusual one on 5, Shamil Gaziev. And I've got a good reason for this.
Shamil Gaziev? Why has that gone blank? I know who it is. I know the name.
Yeah, the Blob.
The heavyweight?
The Blob, yes.
The GOAT?
The GOAT, Shamil Gaziev. Hear me out, yeah. I know people make fun of him being a blob, but if you actually watch his fight, you'll notice it's actually very high level.
Oh, Shamil Gaziev is like, everyone takes the piss on him, the GOAT.
Yeah, the Blob, the GOAT. Like, he's actually, if you watch his fights, like, I watched his fights, yeah. He's very skilled.
I just didn't think he was going to say him.
Yeah.
Like, when I thought about it, I was like, I think that's who he means, but...
Shamil, the GOAT Gaziev, yeah? And he's on a 2-fight win streak right now.
He's 14-1. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Shamil Gaziev is good, you know.
I'm telling you, he's good.
He's mean, didn't he?
Yeah, it's just because he's a bit chubby around the waist.
Like, when you Google him, the first picture is him with a UFC belt around his waist.
Yeah. And I feel like because our colleague, can we call him colleague, Lucas Tracy, he's sort of calling him the Blob and he's making a meme out of him. And it's all good. But he beat good guys. He beat like Darko Stosic, Martin Budaj, Dontel Mays, Thomas Peterson.
Yeah.
No.
I like Gaziev, man.
It looks like I'm taking the piss, but I'm not. No. Like, I think he's really good.
I rate that. No, I rate how high you got him on the list as well.
Yeah.
No, it's a good shout.
I'm going to make a wild prediction here as well, yeah. I think he's going to be in the top 10 very soon.
Yeah, he's ranked 11 now.
That's why.
It's not really that bold, is it? He's one win away.
I thought he was 14.
No, he could contend, really, if you think about it.
He's good, yeah. It's actually very
It's
fast.
heavyweight as well, man.
Yeah.
Like, if he just fights Curtis Blaze and he's in rankings.
Yeah. Don't let the blob fool you,
I rate
this here does not matter because he's a heavyweight. And
that's
also,
what I keep telling myself.
He's not a heavyweight though. You fight like welterweight or something.
Nah, well, I'm 90. I'm 90 at the minute, so what I'd be? I'd be 185.
Yeah.
I'm just below 205.
Imagine you fighting with with all that shit here.
Like Ben Askren, man.
Ben Askren, yeah.
Four, I've got Gary. Especially after this weekend,
yeah.
I've noticed there's a bit of a correlation. The fighters we dislike and they piss us off are the ones who are underrated.
Yeah.
Because if he wasn't who he was, I think we'd all rate him.
Yeah, we really would.
He looked so good against Shavkat.
Yeah.
Prates the other weekend, he made it look comfortable, even though Prates wasn't there.
Yeah.
He just didn't show up. But I really rate Gary now, and I don't think he beats a Belal. No. But against like a JDM. There is a pathway there to a title shot.
Yeah.
And he's young enough where he could become champion.
I think so. And you know how he's got that poster of Shavkat in his room.
Yeah.
I think that's that's a bit of a weird thing to
He's
do.
just a weird guy, and he lets his missus get shagged apparently.
Yeah, we talked about it last time, but can you just imagine him just staring into Shavkat's eyes while he's like...
He'll have a picture of Belal there now next week.
Yeah.
He's a strange man, but
it works. It works for him.
Yeah.
Whatever he needs to motivate himself, I guess. I've got number 4, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
Yeah, man.
He's so underrated, and I'm just pulling up his wins here. Yeah, Edmund Shabazian, Roman Kopylov, Marc-Andre Barrio, Brendan Allen.
Yeah.
Michel Pereira.
Was he on about a 7-fight win streak at the minute?
Yeah, 1, 2, 7. He beat Rodolfo Vieira and he choked him out. Our BJJ black belt world champion, whatever, choked him out. And from that moment onward, I was like, should keep an eye out on this guy. He's good. He beat Park Jun-young as well, the Iron Turtle, who is he's hard to finish.
Yeah.
And he choked him out with an anaconda choke. I think he's one of those fighters that steps up to the occasion.
He's still not even ranked that highly, is he? What is he, like 8, 10?
Yeah, something like that. That's why I put him on there. He's so underrated.
I think within probably one more win against a more well-known name and he'll be right up there for contention. He stacked that division,
He's so stacked. But I think his last win against Brendan Allen really convinced me. Because you know how highly level Brendan Allen is?
Yeah.
Brendan Allen is solid.
Well, Brendan Allen was very similar. I'd say he was underrated.
As well.
Until that loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good shout, man. At 3, and if you haven't got him on it yet, I've put him on it because I underrated him.
I probably do have him on it.
Right, I put him on it because I underrated him, and I still underrate him.
I think I know.
Paddy.
Oh shit, no.
Have you haven't got Paddy?
I've not got Paddy.
You could easily have Paddy at 1 on this. Yeah, so I've got Paddy at 3.
Yeah.
I underrated him. I thought Chandler would beat him. I think everyone's going to beat Paddy. Yeah. How he dominated Chandler in that last fight.
Yeah.
Mate, I don't see how. He's got a path to that title shot. He really does. Yeah. I think he beats Gaethje. I think he beats Poirier, Holloway. Who else is up there? I think he beats Hooker. I think Islam. No. And I think Poirier, no.
Yeah, those two not.
But there is a world where he's got a pathway up there. He's young still. Yeah. He's massive for that division.
And the UFC is pushing him in the right direction as well.
We talk about DDP a bit, and I almost put DDP on this list, but how he's striking is with his chin up in the air and how he throws. Yeah. It's very unorthodox. It's not what you learn, but it works for him.
It works, yeah.
And then his ground game, his ground and pound in that Chandler fight was so good. Mm-hmm. And I've underrated him, and now I think people still do. And we moved the goalpost, like he said in his interview.
Yeah.
But I owe Paddy Pimblett an apology.
Yeah, Paddy's good, you fully do. Michael Chandler Glazer.
I know.
Yeah. Nah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I don't have him on the list because I feel like people are starting to rate him.
Yeah.
As of his last win. But I've got my boy Reinier de Ridder. That's how you pronounce it as well, Reinier. But so Reinier de Ridder versus Bo Nickel. That was his last fight. Beat him dominantly. He was undefeated, and obviously former double world champion in ONE FC, where all the guys I roared out of their guts. Loads of
and that was without weight. That was without weight cutting as well.
Without weight cutting, He had the balls to step up to face a heavyweight as well. Let's not forget that. And yeah, I think he's got a path to a title shot as well.
Yeah.
I think he's very underrated. I think people are basing his skills off that first fight with Gerald Meerschaert. Yeah. I think people they just don't know his skill set. That's a problem.
People don't know him yet. Like,
yeah. They only watch that first fight and be like, that's him.
Other than Hamzat as well, it's such a striking division, 185.
Yeah.
That's why Hamzat's had so much success. I think Derrida will be the same. I think that's why people thought Bo Nickel would have success, but his striking's that bad.
Yeah,
Bro, he looked good, didn't he?
He looked good. Only thing I'm not a fan of is sort of when he likes to reach in with both hands.
Yeah.
So he's quite susceptible to uppercuts and all that stuff. But overhands, like he has to be careful with that. I feel like, because that's what got him his first KO loss as well. But obviously against guys like Bo Nickel, he would be fine. Against guys like Kevin Holland or Gerald. But if you have a heavy hitter, then that could be a bit more dangerous. Other than that, I think he looks really good. He's striking. He knows his shit, like we said before. He knows that he's not a striker.
One isn't like a Bellator. One have some good fighters.
Actually solid, and you got loads of Russian guys as well that fighting there, roided out of the gills. But yeah, I feel like he's potentially a future champion. Potentially,
yeah. There's a pathway.
Exactly.
2, I have Belal.
Okay.
And I have another champion at 1 above him. But yeah, for me, Belal, we said it in the podcast earlier. If his name was Nurmagomedov, we'd all be banging on about him. He's a dominant fighter. He wins comfortably. Yeah. It's very rare you see a Belal fight and you think, it's a hard one to call. When he wins, like against Edwards, we all knew the result.
Yeah.
Brady, we all knew the result. Burns. So he's boring and he's dislikable, and I think that's why people underrate him.
I don't even find his last fight that boring. I felt it was...
It's impressive.
Yeah.
But it's boring because of what Edwards is doing.
Yeah, I guess.
Like Edwards not doing anything back.
Yeah.
But he's so impressive. And as a champion, no one remembers his name. Even like Dana doesn't. Like
even DC.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
He's the definition of... Like, they didn't even let him in the ring.
Yeah, security didn't even know who he was.
He's the definition of underrated.
Yeah.
So, I obviously, you had him on the list a bit higher up. You got to have Belal.
Yeah. Nah, totally good shout. Funny enough, my top 3 at all is a bit of a giveaway. I won't say anything. My number 2 is Imavov.
Yeah.
I think Imavov has always been skilled, but now it's sort of showing, now it's sort of shining through. I think he used to sort of... in the beginning, because he's training with Ngannou and those guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or with Gan, I think.
Yeah.
I think his lack of preparation cost him most of his losses.
Yeah, he lost against Strickland, didn't he?
Yeah. I think now he's just sharpen his tools a bit more, sort of be a bit more serious about training, about everything. I think he's putting everything together now.
Yeah.
I think he's also game planning. I think he's watching tape now as well.
I don't think many people are even speaking about him, even after that Izzy knockout.
Yeah, that's a good example. I think he watched tape on Izzy, sort of find his tendencies, and then just capitalized on that. But he's always been a good grappler, and he's always been an underrated striker.
Yeah.
And he's got the size for middleweight, and he's got a bit of that Dagestani DNA in it.
Yeah.
I know he fights for France or whatever, but he's got that DNA in him.
He's got that inbred Europe.
Yeah, he's like Imavov, fights under a French flag. It's a bit deceiving, but he's really one of those guys that could as well make it to the top and even get a title shot.
Yeah.
Potentially even if it's him against Hamzat. No one talks about that, but that would be a good fight.
Yeah. 2
Dagestanis versus each other. I know Hamzat is Chechenian or whatever.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, both guys from the same region against each other.
No one's even talking about him. Like if you look at welterweight, it's not welterweight, is it? Middleweight. Obviously you've got the Hamzat and DDP fight.
Yeah.
But then people are talking about Chal Baralho.
Yeah.
And then it's Imavov. Imavov should be next up.
Yeah, no one's talking about him.
No.
That's why that's why I put him at 2 on the list. He's so underrated.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
And number 1 for me.
I think I know.
Yeah, Pantoja.
Oh no, never mind.
No.
No, I thought you had someone else on.
Who do you think I had?
Like maybe DDP. Or...
Yeah, I thought about DDP. No, Pantoja for me.
Yeah.
Even if you look at his pound for pound list.
Fair enough.
Like he's so low. He's,
Yeah.
I think, other than if you class John Jones, he's got the longest win streak as a champion currently.
Yeah.
He wins dominantly. He's beat everyone in the division nearly twice.
Dominantly, other than Steve Erceg, though.
Yeah, but he's beat nearly everyone in the division twice.
Yeah.
Like, he's lapping it. He's not been allowed to go up weight to become a double champ when he's the most. He's the one who deserves it the most.
Yeah.
I think he's so disrespected. I think it's because of DJ. I think because DJ's the GOAT and he's already done all that, people don't see it. But mate, the guy's beat everyone.
People keep banging on about DJ, but I feel like Pantoja is coming really, really close.
Yeah, he's catching him.
Yeah, literally.
And like, his style's so good. I love his striking. His cardio is insane, but then his ground game's great.
Yeah.
I think Pantoja is so good. I don't think he can move up, and I don't think he'd have success against Marab. But people just don't talk about him. And I think let me just pull up the pound for pound rankings.
Yeah. He's in number 8 or something. 7, 8.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Tell you it now.
That's a good one, you know.
Yeah, just like so pound for pound rankings. They've got Pantoja at 10.
Yeah.
They've got Volk over him, fairs.
Yeah.
But Pereira, no. Belal, no. Ankalaev, no. DDP, no.
Yeah.
Like, it should go Makachev. He should be 5th behind Islam and Topuria.
Yeah, he should be.
But, mate, no one's speaking about him. And I think it's because it's a lower weight class. Like, we've experienced this in the UFC for years.
Yeah.
He doesn't get much hype. But
yeah.
he's doing the best as a champion out of
Yeah.
every single person in the UFC.
Yeah, that's true. I should have him on my list, you know. He actually really is underrated.
It's hard to put a champion on it. But when have you ever heard anyone speak about Pantoja and how good he is?
should be on it. And I think what I just said, that's why you have him on the list. Because even people like me, I don't think about him right away. That's exactly the reason that he's underrated.
No one's lapping the division.
Exactly.
And no one deserves a title shot up a weight class more than him. And they're giving it to Topuria. They're giving it to Islam. It's ridiculous.
They're giving it to the guys that are loud and that are sort of more popular. Like the Topurias, obviously, the Islams. Yeah, my number 1, also a champion, DDP.
Yeah, man.
Dricus du Plessis. I think people are still somehow underrating him.
I think he's shit still. And there you go. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, if he walks into my gym tomorrow, my coach will be like, this guy is shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, brush up your technique. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to learn the jab again.
You would never think he was a world champion.
Yeah. We're going to go left foot in front, right foot behind. That's what you're going to do with him when he steps into the gym.
But
you
it
think
works.
he's a newbie. Yeah. I bet you got beginners with nicer technique than him, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, it works.
Nothing's pretty.
Yeah.
But look at who he's beat.
In
And I every fight I think he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
And I don't rate him. Like, I don't rate him, but that's why I know he's underrated.
Yeah. That punch against Izzy, how did he catch him? I
Yeah.
still don't get it. I've watched that 10 times over, yeah?
And how does Izzy not catch him?
Yeah, I don't get it.
You've heard even Izzy and Whitaker talk about it on that podcast. Like, no one understands it. Like, no one understands how DDP's become champion.
No one gets it.
But that's why he's underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still to this day, although he beat Sean Strickland twice, he beat Robert Whitaker, he beat Izzy, he beat
Darren Till.
a prime Darren Till,
Well,
a little bit past prime. He beat Prat Tavares, which is a solid fighter.
he's never made it look good.
He never made it look good,
But he just wins.
He just wins. So he should definitely be on that list.
And like when he fights Hamzat, we'll all pick Hamzat.
Exactly.
But
even now, still, people are picking Hamzat, thinking he's going to run through him. Like,
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either. No, his gas tank isn't that good.
I think Hamzat wins, but we need to put respect on his name.
We need to put exactly. Like, this is not who is the cleanest striker. This is who is the most efficient striker, who makes it work the best.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Otherwise, you would have guys like back in the days, Rory McDonald. That would be champion. Never became champion.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter as long as it works for you.
His style works. Same with Paddy.
Exactly.
Paddy's someone who's making it work with his chin up in the air and everything you get taught.
Yeah.
Just none of it works. And you even hear, I listened to an interview of him talk about it, when they're analysing his striking about what he's doing, and they analyse about what he's thinking about, and he's like, mate, I don't think about any of that.
Yeah.
He just throws. Like even he admits himself, he's not technical. He doesn't think about any of this. He just fights.
He's just in the moment, and he's
just game, innit?
Yeah.
And he's like South African. But he's got a Dutch background. Like he's an athlete, innit?
And he's got that controversy with his black countrymen and with the other Africans, and he's kind of like...
I like him, me.
I like him too. He's kind of controversial, but he's always on facts. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Anything he says, he doesn't trash talk. He just states facts.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him so good.
He's on point, you know.
He's on point. He's not even trying to roast people. He's trying to hit you with facts. You know what I mean?
And he's got everyone fired up. Like he said, Strickland, he said he's going to beat him worse than his dad.
Yeah.
He made Izzy cry.
I love how he put it on Strickland, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like Strickland that much. Just because... Not because he's brash. That's what I do like about him. But because he's sort of contradicting himself all the time.
He's gonna die in the ring. He's gonna kill someone, and then he throws a jab and a front kick.
Yeah, literally. So that's sort of pissing me off a bit. And I'm glad he won against Strickland, actually.
I like the DDP shot. I think we both have, with Pantoja and DDP, they're both underrated for two different reasons.
Exactly.
DDP is because he's
His
shit.
style is so shit.
But it works.
Yeah.
And Pantoja's been that dominant, but people don't care.
Yeah.
So it's a good list.
It's a very good list.
There's no blunders. Do you think we missed anyone? If you think we missed anyone, let us know in the comments.
Both of us as a collective, did we miss anyone?
Yeah. In the comments, if we missed anything, let us know your predictions as well.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think about the backdrop as well.